Hey ladies and gentlemen, Stephen here from the Red Essence channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate your support. And in today's episode, we're going to be taking a closer look at a fragrance by the company Parfums de Marly. This is their newest release, and this one is called Sedley. So stay tuned. Now, before I begin the review, I do want to mention that this bottle was sent to me for review by the company, but as always, all opinions will remain my own. So this is the brand new release from the company Parfums de Marly. This one is actually an exclusive to Nordstrom. So this is a worldwide exclusive. The perfumer behind this composition, I know for the past few, it's been Hamid Merati Kashani, who is a wonderful perfumer. I know he did Percival from the house. This one is made by Olivier Cresp. So for those of you who don't know Olivier Cresp, I mean, he really goes without any introduction. He has made Angel by Thierry Mugler. He's also done Eros pour Femme by Versace. He's also done Versace Man Eau Fraîche, which happens to be one of my favorite fresh fragrances. And recently, he even came out with his own brand of perfumes called Acro. So he was enlisted as the nose behind this composition. And I've got to speaking with the creative director from the brand, Yvan Jacquelin. He actually gave me the opportunity to sample this fragrance many months ago. I think it might have even been as late as last year. So I've actually been playing with this one for many months now. I even know what the one in October is going to smell like, but I'm getting a little ahead of the curve there. Now, this one is a fresh fragrance. And the thing that I like about this one is that it utilizes a lot of sort of mainstream fresh notes like ambroxan and citrus, but it also takes it in like an aromatic sort of culinary approach. So it has the note of rosemary in here. There's geranium in here. There's a little bit of incense in here as well. I don't think it has as dominant of a role. And when I was talking to the creative director, he even enlightened me by telling me that in his conversations with this master perfumer, Olivier Cresp said to him that he was so proud of this composition, he even uses it as a reference point whenever he's making other fresh fragrances. I am really excited to tell you about this fragrance, but let's go ahead and start things off by taking a closer look at the presentation. So the box for this fragrance says the name on the front, and it also has the Parfums de Marly crest at the top. For those of you who don't know, this company is inspired by famous horses. The Parfums de Marly logo may also be located at the very top of the box. The back of the box has a little bit of history on the brand and how they got started. The bottle has a transparent blue color, so you can actually see how much liquid you have left over on the inside. There is a sticker at the bottom of the bottle with information on it that should correspond the information on the bottom of the box, and that's if you're looking to authenticate your purchase. The cap for this fragrance clicks into place very securely. You can pick this one up from the cap. The distribution on the atomizer is the best part. They've actually upgraded their atomizers. This is a new generation atomizer with a really wide mist, and you can actually control how much you want to spray. Let's continue with the smell. Now, as soon as this fragrance opens up, you will get a very bright, fresh, and citrusy opening. It's very lively, it's alive, it's a breath of fresh air, it's full of life, and it's invigorating. Now, you do get a lot of citrus in here, but I will be candid in saying that it's hard for me to pinpoint what citrus I'm smelling exactly. Yes, there's bergamot, and there's lemon, and there's grapefruit, and there's orange, but nothing about it smells particularly tart, so I can't pin it back down to like a grapefruit note. Nothing about it smells particularly lemony, and lemony has a very distinctive odor. And so I can't really pinpoint what kind of citrus I'm smelling in here, but it definitely smells very bright and citrusy. I must mention, I know rosemary is used as a mid-note in this olfactive pyramid. However, I smell it straight away from the beginning of the fragrance as soon as I apply it on the skin. And so that kind of puts it in like a culinary, Mediterranean-like vibe, which I really enjoy. So I am of Greek descent. I actually spent many years living in Greece. And so whenever I smell this one, it has that aromatic appeal to it. It's very fresh, but it also brings me back to home. And this is something that I really enjoy about this composition. A frame of reference that I could possibly give if you have experience with Alien for Men by Mugler, it kind of takes like a similar approach. I know that that one utilizes the note of dillweed. This one doesn't have any dillweed in here. However, there is spearmint. There's also geranium. And I think that that's what kind of leans it in a slightly minty territory. However, this fragrance is not overly minty. So if you want to compare it to like a Mont Fraîche by Healy or any number of other mint scents on the market, perhaps even Cartier Roadster, this one is not as minty, but there is an aspect about it that definitely opens up your nostrils. And I think the combination with the citrus and mint is very, very well done. As a matter of fact, this is the freshest offering from the house of Parfums de Marly. I do know that Percival is probably the most versatile offering from the house, just because I can wear it in all seasons, all occasions. Galloway was nice and fresh, but it also has an abstract quality, so you have to be in the mood for it. This one, on the other hand, it's fresh, it's inviting, it is perfect for the summertime. I'm actually going to be wearing this one a lot in the summer because, to be honest with you, I think it's the best season to wear this one in, but I also think that the winter time will not allow this one to hold up pretty well. So I'm definitely going to get my use of this one in the summertime. I've actually been wearing this one a lot, like I mentioned, for the past few months. I've been wearing it more so for the past couple of weeks since I acquired my bottle, and I've worn it to work. In terms of the compliment factor, yes, I have received a bunch of compliments. People do come up to me, even though I can't smell it on myself anymore, so I think I may be the victim of olfactory fatigue. People still do come up to me and they say, "What are you wearing?" Right? It smells really nice. I haven't had any, shall I say, over-the-top compliments where they want me to write it down or anything like that, but it's always like a casual, like, "Oh, you smell nice today. What are you wearing today?" And my coworkers know that I have a proclivity towards fragrances, and so they always come up to me and ask what I'm wearing. Now, in terms of the base of this one, I know there's a couple of woodsy notes in here. There's sandalwood, there's cedarwood, there's also ambrox super or ambroxan utilized in the base as well, with a little bit of cashmeron, which is another molecule. I think you do get more ambroxan than anything else. It doesn't smell like Dior Sauvage, so don't worry about that. I know Dior Sauvage, as great as it smells for some people, it is a little played out nowadays because everybody and their mother is wearing it, or I should say their father. But the thing that I really like about this one is that it's very approachable. It's very likable. It has a mainstream quality about it, but it doesn't smell generic. It doesn't smell synthetic. It doesn't smell chemically. It has that aromatic presence on account of, like I said before, those aromatic ingredients and the geranium. The incense I don't get so much, but I also like how it sort of transitions into something that's kind of soft and woodsy and muted. I don't really get cedarwood from this one. I know cedar, in my experiences, has been kind of spiky and peppery, and it kind of has that vibe to it. This one doesn't really give that vibe. It's a very smooth fragrance, right? The citrus does die out very quickly after you put it on, and it is one of the best parts of this fragrance, I will be honest with you. But as it starts to dry down, it really becomes a delightful scent. I love wearing this one. It's so carefree, it's so easygoing. I'm actually putting my Galloway back on the shelf. I'm not going to be wearing that one for some time now. I'm going to be reaching for this one because it really fits the bill so perfectly for the summertime. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, this one is a fairly unique scent. I'm not going to say it's super unique, although it does tackle an unusual freshness, and I think that's on account of the aromatic ingredients. However, with some of the other ingredients utilized in here, like the incense and the woods in the base, I don't think they come across as strongly, but I'm sure that if this fragrance were deconstructed, if I were sitting in front of the master perfumer Olivier Cresp and he said, "Well, smell this one, now smell them all together," I don't doubt that they are in there, but it's just that my nose is gravitating towards the fresher notes and the more aromatic notes in this blend. The overall smell is incredibly appealing. This is one that I can imagine people getting complimented on, and this is one that's going to do well for those around you, especially if you're going to be in the vicinity of people who aren't really fans of perfume or fragrance or anything scented. I think they're going to take this one really well. In terms of the longevity, I think it falls within the average range. So I got 4 to 6 hours, and I have to reiterate something that I mentioned earlier. I do think that I become the victim of olfactory fatigue when I wear this one. So after a while, I stopped smelling it, but then I had coworkers and even students. I'm a teacher, for those of you who don't know. I had coworkers and students coming up to me and asking me about my fragrance and telling me that I smelled good. So I do think that I become the victim of olfactory fatigue, but I do consider the longevity for this one to be in the average range. In terms of projection, you guys know that it's the more volatile citrusy ingredients that really allow a fragrance to jump up up off your skin and project. And for that reason, I want to say that this one is so citrus heavy in the opening that the freshest aspect of it, or the first hour and a half to 2 hours, is really when it projects the best. After that, it does start to sit closer to the skin. I want to say it radiates within an elbow's length up until the 4-hour mark, and then it starts to sit really close to the skin. In terms of versatility, incredibly versatile, but you can't wear it in the cold weather. You have to wear this one in the summertime. Spring and summer is exactly when you can wear this one. Whenever it's hot outside, this one just puts me in that mindset. It really invigorates me and it makes me feel clean. It prolongs that feeling of cleanliness. And I think in terms of it being unisex, yes, I find it to be perfectly unisex. Some may argue that it's masculine leaning, especially if you're comparing it to fragrances like Alien for Men, which I'm actually not crazy about. I think this one is a lot better. I do think this one is fairly unisex and versatile at the end of the day. And in terms of the presentation, upgraded atomizer, gorgeous presentation, transparent bottle so you can actually see how much juice you have left inside. And my final verdict for this one is I love this one. It's so carefree. It's such a breath of fresh air. It's so much fun to wear. And it's one that I've actually had a lot of really good luck with. You know, people around me seem to enjoy it and I enjoy it too. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. That was my review on the brand new Sedley by Parfums de Marly. This is their newest offering and it is a worldwide exclusive fragrance to Nordstrom. You can purchase it in store, or if you go online, you can actually purchase it from their website, and it will be released sometime this summer. I'm really excited for you to go out there, get your nose on it, and come back here and report back and let me know what you think of it. I really hope that you enjoy this one as much as I do, especially since it reminds me of my heritage and my roots and the years that I've spent living in the Mediterranean. Thanks again for watching, everyone. If you are new to this channel, if you took something of value from this video, I would love it if you can support this channel. All you need to do is click that red subscribe button in the corner. It is free. And this way, whenever I do upload future fragrance-related videos, they will get delivered straight to your feed. You'll be notified about them. This way, you never miss any of my future uploads. And that includes, of course, fragrance reviews just like this one, top 10 videos, giveaways, unboxings, interviews, special guests, and a whole lot of other fragrance-related content. Thanks again for watching, everyone. I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.